Please welcome Accenture Labs Technology Research Associate Principal, Allison Youngdahl.
Growing up, if you asked me whether I wanted to major in engineering, I would say you were crazy. You see, my idea of an engineer was like something from Mr. Robot. I imagined this guy in a hoodie, sitting in a basement somewhere, with the computer screen illuminating his face as he typed away on the keyboard. And I don't know about you guys, but that wasn't my idea of, or something I really envisioned for myself going forward. Thankfully, when my high school teacher suggested engineering as a career, though I was skeptical at first, I gave it the idea a second chance. And I actually decided to go to an intro to engineering class over the summer. There, they gave us projects for multiple fields of engineering, like mechanical, civil, and electrical. And I found that I loved it. It was the chance to apply my favorite subjects to working in teams to solve problems and actually building something with my hands. I returned to high school my senior year at an all-girls school, and I decided to enroll in a computer science class. And I was only one of 2 students in the entire school to do so. And I also decided to apply as an electrical engineering major for college. Freshman year of college was definitely a challenge, and it wasn't easy trying to adapt to basically an all-female environment to one with mostly men. But I was able to adapt. And sophomore year of college, I started giving back by being a private tutor and also TAing for an intro to electrical engineering class. I continued this trend of tutoring young adults when I joined Accenture Labs. As many of you know, Accenture partnered with Girls Who Code a few years ago. And so last year, I worked with KIPP San Jose in tutoring high school students. And this year, I'm working with middle school students at KIPP Bayview. At the start of this year, the middle school students were very excited to learn that they didn't have to ask for our permission to take a break. And they loved pushing our boundaries and seeing how long they could be gone without getting into trouble. And so today, it's a very different story because we almost have to force them to take 5-minute breaks because they love the work so much. And also, they just love using as much of the 2 hours of class time per week as they can. At the start of this year, we started teaching them Scratch, which is a basic tool that beginners use to understand coding concepts like loops and variables. However, they very quickly picked it up, and we actually started them on a project that the high school students were working on last year, which is creating their own website using JavaScript, CSS, and HTML. And so right now they're working on an About Me website where they talk about who they are, their hobbies, favorite foods, and they also like to include a lot of pictures of puppies, favorite thing. And so 2 students out of the class of 10 include Ruby. So Ruby loves to be the first one to complete an assignment. And after we taught her a bit of HTML, she ended the class with, "That was easy." Kaylee is another student who started off a bit quiet, but after I sat down with her and went over a few coding concepts, now she can't stop asking questions. And she's a bit concerned that a hacker is going to take over her website. Girls Who Code is only one thing that I get to work at Accenture. I've also been able to give talks at Grace Hopper and help recruit women in tech at Women Who Code. And there is one statistic that kind of stands out in my mind that I'm still concerned about. And that is that 74% of middle school girls are interested in STEM. However, only 0.3% of high school girls actually major in computer science. So this statistic needs to change, and we need your help to do that. STEM is the future, and women definitely need to be a part of it.